Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we have some more Fortress Hardpoint, and you guys probably be noticing on the channel we've had quite a few Fortress Hardpoint videos recently. That's because I've really been enjoying it. I feel like every time I get this map, somehow, I'm not sure why, maybe I'm just used to the pacing now, I feel like I always perform pretty well on this map. So once again, I'm going to be going through my thought process throughout the match. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So starting off, we start to use an assault rifle for this one, man. Again, I don't really know what I'm favoring right now, the TAC 56 or the SMG, but for this video, for this gameplay, we did decide to go with the assault rifle. And we're off to a pretty good start here. After the first 25 seconds, we've got about a 15 to 20 point lead. I'm actually going to sit in the hill, try to soak up some time here, and you're going to see a lot of pressure comes from me. Luckily, we managed to take out the first guy. The trades go on just like they normally do, and we do get taken out. But looking at the minimap, there's a few ways of rotating here. Now, I believe that the best way to rotate here personally is through the left-hand side of the map here. So you can see we got two down, so I'm going to try to go through the left here, up these stairs, and what I want to do is basically just get the guy that's at the back of the hill right now. So normally there's one or two players at the back lorry here. We take out one. My teammate gets a two-piece on the hill, and now it opens up a lot of space here. We're going to go through. I kind of accidentally mantled there, so that kind of cost us a bit of seconds there, but we go through, we take out one, we get some good shots onto the second. Now, the reason why I like playing this back angle here is because I feel like I can go from here with an assault rifle, right? I've got my teammate on the stairs. Somebody can pinch through the kind of the indoor area. They can go through the middle, and someone can go through the middle open and closed door. So there's so many angles we can break from that we do spawn at the back here. So we managed to do a really good job kind of breaking that hill. 25 seconds left here, and I'm just trying to watch over my teammate on the left here. Like, while he's kind of snaking, while he's shooting some plays, I'm just going to take my time, watch over him. We get one, we get the second guy with some help from our teammates, and now once again we're going to go for the rotation. Now, after the first two hills, I feel like we've had a pretty good kind of just kind of rhythm going on along here. Our teammates are doing pretty good in terms of winning their gunfight, so I know that if we get a few more rotations on hand here, we should be able to win the game here. Going to the P3, and notice how my teammates both have died here, so I'm going to be watching out initially for the guy middle map. I think it's very important to get this first kill here, because there's always a guy watching the crosshair, and that's exactly where he is. We tried to challenge him. That was a bit of a 50-50 gunfight, but because he got those initial shots into me, he already shot me. I was weak. He always he's always going to win that gunfight, so I should have been a bit more disciplined there. But the problem with this hill is so easy to hold once you have an initial setup. So the opponent's doing a fantastic job of kind of holding that initial 30 seconds. But as I say that, my teammate makes the play. He opens up the field here, going through, making a fantastic play. Now we're going to go through and we're going to try to do our bit here. As we get one, we make the second guy weak, going to reload, try to go through, we go for the jump shot, we take out two, and again we know the third's there, and just like that we get a three-piece, and now we're going to take over the last 20 seconds. So although we have a bit of a lead here, we have about a 40-second lead going into the P4. The team seem to be rotating a bit faster than us, but I feel like our breaks are on point. Now, again, I am playing solo queue, and for the last three hills, I've been holding on to the scrap time towards the end, and I'm okay with that. My team seems to be playing aggressive, so I'm going to take more of that filler role in this game, not go for that slaying, not go for the pushing lanes. I'm just going to try to, you know, fill in when I can. If I need to get the scrap time, I will get the scrap time. So going through this next hard point, again, they have a good setup. Now, the problem with always going for late setups here, not rotating early, is that, you know, sometimes it can catch you off guard, and more times than not, it will catch you off guard. And that's exactly what you're seeing here, as they're once again getting the initial 20 seconds in. But, you know, history repeats itself. We break the hill once again with 30 seconds to spare. So going through, I notice there's a guy at the front here, kind of messing up my grenades there. Not too bad, but we're going to put a trophy system down, help the teammates out. And now what I'm going to try doing is, what I wanted to do there was go towards the right and catch them off the spawn, because I knew they spawned in the P1 area, right? I know they spawned between that back alleyway, but the problem there was I normally do that with an SMG, which has a faster sprint to fire speed. So right there with the assault rifle, I probably should have just set up top area here, or top maps, and maybe set up for the new hill, but instead I kind of went for that gunfight. We lost a gunfight, but now we're ready for P5. And again, we still have a bit of a lead here, but history seems to repeat itself once again. The opponents have the initial hill, but it's not a problem because I go through with a massive three-piece. Now, with an assault rifle on this hill, I actually like to kind of watch over my teammates. So, I mean, I say that as I fly onto the hill, and we get another kill. We get another kill, so I clearly was feeling myself in this moment, absolutely taking over the game there with about a five-piece there. But once again, we have about a 50-point lead, so overall, we're just doing a really good job of controlling the pacing of the game. Even though the teammates seem to be out-rotating us, we're still managing to kind of get the hill straight away and holding on for a majority of the time there. So I'm going through, and right there I was a bit weak, so I maybe could have played my life slightly longer on the right hand side there, but not to worry. You know, in the heat of the moment there, I wanted to get on the hill, kind of crouch, because if I was in the hill there, I would have been able to get a couple of seconds. So once again, going towards P1 P1, and now the fact that we're rotating faster than the team, this is where the lead can start to get a bit scary for the opponents here. As we're going to go through, my teammates get a 3-piece, I'm going to play my life, and now what I'm going to try to do is just try to make it hard as possible for my opponents to take me off the hill. I'm not too worried about challenging over gun... Okay. Maybe the worst possible timer right there. I mean, again, I am kind of talking about my gameplay from a past tense, so this is what I should do. So in that scenario, I definitely should have maybe not challenged that guy in the top. Or if I was going to challenge him, if I was certain I was going to get the kill, then it's alright. But after it's turned to a bit of a 50-50 and I missed a few shots there, maybe could have backed off, but that's alright. I'm going to go through the first guy's on the right. Now, the problem with coming through that door right there, which I was trying to come out of, was that there's a few angles that the opponents can see me from. And you saw right there, I didn't really have a chance to win the gunfight. So what I should have done is backed off, repositioned, and now we get one. We go through, and luckily we managed to pre-fire the second guy, closing down the angles. We knew exactly what angle he was going to be from. Now, although the opponents did a really good job of getting back into the game, we somehow, someway find ourselves in a really good position here because 20 seconds left, that's 4 down. Now, my teammates are going to start to rotate here. And I can see on the kill feed, I can see on the minimap, my teammates have started to rotate. So I'm just worrying about the rotation. And from this P1 area, I'm going to see if I can get some help on. I mean, most of the time, right, if you're sitting in the old hill, which you can see I'm doing a lot in this game, what you want to be doing is try to be as valuable as possible, even from the old hill. So you can see we're getting scrap time and we still managed to get a 3-piece. Almost took out the 4th right there, but he had a fantastic jump on me. Good shot from him to take me out. And you can see we're not spawning towards the hill. So let's see how we can approach the hill from the other side here. This is from the bad angle. So straight away, my first initial thought process is let's take out the guy closest to me. You know, there's always going to be a guy around middle map. Once we take him out, we can concentrate on the hill, because the last thing you want to do is go towards the hill, and then what you're going to happen is like someone come behind you and flank you, and you know, before you know it, you're 4 down. So what we're going to do is go through. I'm actually the guy that flanks right there. We take out one, we take out the second, and as I mentioned, this next hill is so valuable. So what I'm going to do with 23 seconds left is I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go on the rotations. Now, looking at the minimap and thinking, where could they come from? They're probably going to come from P1. So that's what I did. I stood there, I set up, and that's exactly what happened. And the thing about rotational kills is they're so easy to get because the opponent doesn't expect you to be there. So right there, he wasn't ready for the gunfight. So you can see he was running with the time to kill. It was so easy to kill him. And now what I'm going to do is in my favorite thing to do on this hill, I've started to do recently, not been doing it for a while, but what I started to do recently, especially since playing on 120 FOV, is I literally sit on this back area here. I put a trophy system down, and this allows me to watch all 3 angles. I literally feel like a human sentry gun, right? So I look on the minimap and see where my opponents seem to be coming from. So right here, I can see that one of my teammates is watching the middle maps. So I know, okay, I have to worry about the far right or the far left. There's only 3 different doors to come from. I mean, you can see right there, the only reason I died was because so many people pushed me. My teammates didn't really win any gunfight. So although it's a good kind of routine there to sit at the back and allows you to help your team, you definitely can die if your teammates aren't watching anything, because it's quite difficult to watch all 3 angles at once, but that definitely makes it slightly easier. As we go through here, we take out 2, and with 10 seconds left, what I wanted to do there was, I wasn't too worried about committing to the fight, so I wanted to just see if I get the scrap time. So I decided to just dive for the hill. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it, but that's alright because we're once again rotating. And now you can see that in the beginning of the game, our brakes were so powerful, right, which allowed us to get the lead. And now the fact that we're rotating, this game seems to be over here as we approach the 200-point mark with an 80-second lead. And we're going to go through here, another 4 down, and the kill feed just all seems to be blue right now. We're absolutely taking over on the map. And I'm going to go to the back here once again, just try to watch those off angles, making my job easier for my teammates. So we're going to go through, we get the guy off the hill. I'm going to watch the stairs here because I noticed that they're rotating heavily from the right here. So put the trophy down, and I'm just going to use the natural cover to my advantage. Unfortunately, we do get pinched there, so maybe 20 seconds of, I wouldn't say wasted time there, but I was just trying to find my bearings, see exactly where the opponents were coming from. We're going to go through this guy on the floor. We take him out. 20 seconds left. Now, on this hill, right, normally I would say rotate, but this specific hill, I like fighting for the scrap time. The reason is because I believe that this side is better for the next hill as well. So some people may differ, some people may prefer the map side of things, but me personally, I just prefer this type of top fortress area. I feel like, again, right now you can see we're on the other side, so it's not the worst case scenario, but for me, I prefer sitting top fortress, you know, the top art area where the boat is and the top single window. I personally prefer that area because I feel like you just have a lot more cover, a lot more angles. You can sit one AR on the open or closed doors right here. So this is where, like, I prefer us to sit. So although the opponents are kind of frying us right now, they're getting kill after kill, I still prefer this side. So I'm very optimistic about this hill. We're going to go through, and you can see we literally spawn the edge of the hill. We get one, we get get second guy one shot, and now we're going to focus our attention back on the guy top maps, because we made him one shot there, and that's exactly what happened. He re-challenged, and that's 4 down. Time to use the cruise missile. The reason why I use the cruise missile in this situation, not to break a hill, right, is because most of the time there's going to be a trophy system on the hill when you're trying to break it. But if you use a cruise missile now, when the players are trying to rotate onto the hill, 9 out of 10 times they're not going to have a trophy system at their spawn or in the middle of the map, right? So you're probably more likely to get a kill or two. That's exactly what happens as we go through. We get a 2-piece, and now I'm going to try watch this top single area because there's someone always around there, and I don't have my dead silence, so I have to be very careful here. My teammate's on the hill, so we're just going to watch the rotation, take out one. We're going to back off straight away. I want you to notice how I switch my angle. I don't just kind of get tunnel vision and look on the left-hand side. We switched our angle, and we were able to get the victory. We managed to top frag, even though I wasn't playing the aggressive SMG role. I was still playing the assault rifle role, but I felt like my positioning was really well there. We still held a lot of scrap time. Again, I wasn't trying to, you know, go into the faces of my opponents. We just tried to play some good angles, and it worked out to our favor. I hope you guys did enjoy the video and learned some new stuff. If you did, please drop a like. It helps me out massively. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.